welcome to this week's Fireside Chat. We've had a few small technical issues, so we are not coming to you live today. We are going to record this and put this up afterwards, but if you have any questions or any concerns or anything that you would like to follow up with, please feel free to add that to the comment section below and we will get back to you, and hopefully things will be set, so we'll be back online live next week. This week's topic is going to be behind the scenes of the Pmfrc. Every week we come and we bring different folks to you and we talk about different programs, and there are people that you're familiar with their faces by now, but there are a lot of people who are working behind the scenes to deal with clients that you may be dealing with that you don't know you're dealing with. So we wanted to bring them up front, up in front of the curtain, and introduce them so you can put a name to a face next time you're connecting with the Pmfrc. I'm going to go around and introduce the folks in 1 second, but what I did want to let people know is while we're talking, we're going to be giving information about different resources and talking about different people at the Pmfrc that you may want to contact. Don't worry if you don't get the email down or don't catch the link. We're going to add all those to the comments so you can follow up after. So all the information that we were talking about is going to be accessible with an easy click from that comment section. Just going around and introducing the folks that we have. Megan McLean and Michelle Wright are here from our marketing department. Angel Scullion and Natasha Collins are with Information Services, and Derek DeRuiter is here from our business department. Typically, Claudia is here with us, and we start every fireside chat asking her about how things are going with COVID and the new reopening. Recently, we've had a pretty big announcement from the government about changes that are coming down. So Derek, we're going to put you in the hot seat today and ask you if there are any updates about business resumption and how things are going at the Pmfrc.
Thanks, Julie. Yeah, it's a lot of good news lately, right? Just the other day. So it's good that it looks like we're moving back to stage 3, which is similar to what we were before the most recent lockdown. From a Pmfrc standpoint, right now, we're in the midst of planning and looking at what that looks like for us. We're going to stay status quo for the rest of this week anyways, and how we are right now. So that means that our locations, our main office locations are closed, but can make payments by appointment only, right? So if you do come to our offices and the doors are locked, give us a call or we'll try to get you in and get the payment through. What we're looking at is we've got a few more plans to work out, a few more things to work out before we open up the doors next week to our few locations. So hoping to get some more information up on our social media this week to give everybody an idea how that's going to look and what those plans are. So I think we're almost there and ready to go and excited to get people back into their offices for sure.
Thanks, Derek. You mentioned social media and how people should keep an eye on our Facebook page for updates. For those of you who follow our Facebook page, and I'm assuming you do because you're watching this on Facebook Live, the folks who are behind the Facebook page are Megan and Michelle from our marketing team. That's not all you do though. So Michelle, can you talk a little bit about the marketing department and what it is the marketing department does?
Absolutely. Thanks, Julie. So the main goal of the marketing department is really to tell the Pmfrc story. And we do that 2 ways. The first way is by letting everybody know about all the services that we provide. And we do that through traditional advertising on radio and newspaper. We make sure that our website is updated in English and French. We also have an app that has all the programming and also all of our social media channels. The second way we do it is by fostering a connection between the agency and the community. So we do things like profile our staff on our Meet Me at the Pmfrc page on our website. We like to share posts and information from our partners, and we also create lots of opportunity for engagement through our social media channels. And I think Meg will be talking about that.
Perfect. Meg, we'll throw it over to you then. How do people connect? What are the channels that they should be looking for if they're trying to hook up with the Pmfrc?
So if you want to see the programs and services that we have available at the Pmfrc or any updates, I would definitely obviously like us on Facebook, which I'm sure all of you do. And we also have an Instagram account that we are updating quite frequently. You can direct message us on either of those accounts. Michelle and I are monitoring them Monday to Friday from 8 till 4. So you feel free to reach out, ask whatever question you have. There's no such thing as a silly question. We've seen it all and we're here for you, and we want to connect you with the right people. So yeah.
So if are there other ways they can follow us other than social media? If someone's not a social media person, how do they connect with PMFRC?
We have a YouTube channel that we update frequently with free programming for adults and children. We have an app that also has a lot of information there about our programs and services that we update monthly. And you can also register for our monthly newsletters. We have an agency-wide newsletter as well as a bunch of specific newsletters if you're experiencing a deployment, if you're a veteran family, would like to volunteer. Those are just a few of the many newsletters that we offer.
Now you say monthly newsletter, and I just want to sort of qualify. I just want to reiterate that, because sometimes you sign up for a newsletter or you give your email address to somebody and you're like hearing from them daily. The newsletter comes out once a month, right?
Yeah, at the beginning of the month, beginning to mid, and it outlines our monthly programs if you'd like to register for them, and other services that we provide.
One of the other things that the newsletter does is it breaks down the information. Also, the website does this as well, is it breaks the information down by type of program. So it's not just a list in the calendar and you have to go through and look for what you want. The folks in marketing are breaking that down. If what are the programs for children? What are the programs for adults? What are the programs for deployment? So it's nice and easy to find what it is you're looking for. If you're not sure what you're looking for, you can just go to that category and sort of take a look at that shorter list and see what you'd like to find. So if you are interested in any of that, or if you are commenting on our Facebook posts or sending a direct message, it is Megan and Michelle who are answering those questions, and they are always thrilled to get those. Derek, you have a different behind the scenes role at the PMFRC. You have the business department. Do you want to talk about what your team does?
Yeah, it's a little bit of normal back office stuff, right? Like we mainly handle the finance piece of this side of the office. So I've got an AR clerk that we have in our office and a bookkeeper in our office. So typically they're looking at all of our billing, our AR clerk does, and collects on our billing and all of our daycare costs and our fees and stuff like that. And then we have a bookkeeper on the back end as well that does a lot of the day-to-day financial activities and purchasing and all of that fun stuff. So you don't often see those folks too often because they're usually, your typical accounting side of it behind the scenes, pushing the numbers and keeping everything running. But they are there, the AR clerk, especially for anybody who's got questions with their billing or concerns. On the other side of it, we also have an HR generalist that works under me. So they're there to keep our staff, hired and onboard everybody and make sure they're welcome to the PMFRC when they come. And then they do all of your typical HR generalist functions in behind the scenes to make sure all of our internal workings are running smoothly, which is sometimes pretty hectic, but yeah, and then I'm kind of there to help out with all of those functions and oversee it and help with Claudia and the executive director when there's other issues that come up. So a little bit of a catch-all, kind of a little bit of everything in behind the scenes, and kind of work with every single department. So we get our hands in a little bit of everything and see all the different workings of all the different departments we have. So yeah, it's exciting.
While you were talking, Derek, I was just thinking we are going to add in the comments a link to the job opportunities page at the PMFRC. I think that if you only deal with the PMFRC for welcome, you don't, or only deal with it for deployment, you don't really always see the full range of things that the PMFRC is doing. And there are so many opportunities that come available, and we have a page specifically on our website for those opportunities that the HR department is passing on. So we'll add that link there. That has a lot of information. If you'd like to join the PMFRC team, keep an eye on that page. And I know that Megan and Michelle often share when there's a new job opening coming up. So you are seeing those in real time and will know when and how to apply for that. Angèle, welcome. It's nice to see you here. Angèle is one of the people. Angèle and Natasha work at reception at the Northside office. So if you are calling our office, it is one of these two lovely ladies who will be answering the phone and answering your questions. Angèle, do you want to talk about what your role is at the PMFRC?
Yeah, absolutely. Mostly welcoming new families to the area. Often they have questions about their billing or the surrounding areas, deployment services. It's just a variety of information we can provide them. Mainly right now, I'm taking a lot of payments. We're doing it so over the phone or by appointment if people do show up. And it's been answering a lot of questions about morale mail for the soldiers that are currently overseas.
Perfect. Natasha, when you are not working at reception, you have a number of other roles information service does and work to sort of pull everything together. Do you want to talk about the other kinds of things that information services does? You're on mute. Oh. There you are.
Sorry about that, guys. Yes, so information services, it's all in the name. We basically just collect and provide you with as much information as humanly possible. So we're constantly looking for the most useful tidbits for everyone, whether it's from healthcare to dog parks to beautiful beaches to how many pizza places Petawawa has, which is 7. We also create welcome packages. So we have our welcome package online that you're able to access. I know that they're going to put the link in the bottom here for you. But we do also have a paper copy, which kind of looks like this. So we've got our guidebook in there, which gives you everything you need to know. It's mentioning all of our services, all of the different services that you can access in the area. It also gives you maps for the base, Petawawa, Pembroke. The base one's super handy in case you only have a building number. Will actually help you get to where you need to go. And then and then you will clear in with us. So typically that is done in person at the Family Center. However, the pandemic has definitely affected that. But we're still going strong. We've actually changed our system to being able to clear you in and out online. So basically you just complete the form, you send it back, we'll kind of give you all the information. The link for it will be also posted below. When you do clear in person, it's typically we get to kind of wow you with our welcome to Petawawa speech. That is a little different where it's online, but we now give you the option of a Zoom call, which I get there's a lot of Zoom going on, but if you want it, we'll go over everything you need to know. If you've got any sort of questions about anything, we are there to just give you all of the information. So you can book that with us at any time. You can email us, our email will be listed below. You can give us a call, all of that. And then when you do clear out with us, we'll also provide you with a moving timeline checklist, which is handy because that's a chaotic time in your life. And then also about a month after you clear in with us, we give what we call our welcome calls, where we're just calling you, making sure that you did receive the welcome package, that you are familiar with the programs, and if you did have any questions at that time, we would go over everything with you. So to make sure that we do give you that call, just when you clear in with us, make sure that you put your family contact on there, because that is where we get the number to call you. And then also, when you do clear in with us and we give you the welcome call, we like to do welcome gifts. We change them up throughout the year to keep them interesting. But right now, we currently have these beautiful little plants. So if you're interested, we'll definitely be able to give those out to you soon.
So if someone doesn't hear from, has been here for a month and they haven't heard from information services, they should call you, right?
Yes, absolutely. It could be that maybe the partner didn't know to kind of add them. They're thinking it's just a little different. But no, we are here. As long as that information's there, we'll give you a call. If you haven't, you can find us anyhow. Like you can find us through the Facebook page, our website. Give us a call, email. We'll definitely set up a time to just go over everything with you.
The other thing I just want to mention is you don't actually have to live in Petawawa yet to reach out and get information services. I know that this is the time of year when we hear rumblings about things where places you might be posted or things that are going on, and people have questions about the area that they are going to be moving to, but they're not here yet. So if you have heard rumblings, or if you're checking out our Facebook page because there is a move to Petawawa in your future, reach out now and get that information ahead of time. These ladies can hook you up with the information that you need and maybe give you the information beforehand so you're not scrambling later. So please feel free to reach out now. We are going to share the information for our frontline email address in the comments and the telephone number. We're also going to be sharing the staff contact list so you can find out how to reach all of these people and also all of the other folks that are at the MFRC. Just to get to know you guys a little bit more, you each have an area that you kind of specialize in, and something that you do specifically with the PMFRC, and that gives you a different insight into life in Petawawa. Based on your area of expertise and the things that you work on, what's your best advice for families in either moving here or already here? Angèle, let's start with you.
I definitely recommend that families do sign up to our newsletter. There may not be something for you every month, but it is good to know because there will be one program at one point that you're happy you did see. That, and to download our app because there's a bunch of information on there as well. And if you do use social media, it's never a bad idea to follow us on there. Again, not every post might be for you, but there will be something out there at some point.
Excellent. Derek?
I think from a billing standpoint of it, if you are going to be a client of our childcare or anything on that end, I'd highly recommend when you do sign up or you are a member, if you are currently using our childcare, to sign up for our basically paperless billing. So we'll email you your bills, and it's the quickest and easiest way to get them, and one of the quickest and easiest ways to communicate with our accounts receivable clerk, given the current situation sometimes can be difficult, or getting in and out of buildings with COVID is not something everybody wants to do. So it's an easy way to communicate for sure.
Perfect. Megan?
So my advice would be to reach out, and that doesn't mean you might have a question for us. It might be that you have a story or advice that you'd like us to share with the rest of the military families, and it's part of my job to connect you and make everybody feel like they're not alone. So don't hesitate to reach out, participate in our Instagram reels and stories, and we'd love hearing from you.
Perfect. Natasha?
Mine would be to take everything you hear about Petawawa with a grain of salt, whether it's good or bad. There's a lot of information out there. You basically just need to make this place your own, whether that's by taking programs that you do and typically do, to just exploring.
Thank you. Michelle?
Well, we all know that kindness is the glue that brings people together and creates connections and fosters community. So I would urge everyone to be kind on social media. Really, when you're kind on social media, you'll be amazed how you make friends, you create connection, and it really makes our community that much nicer to be in for everyone.
Thank you. And one last question, just as a way to get to know each of you a little bit better. And as we said, there's always opportunities to join the PMFRC team that are popping up. Tell me why you like working at the PMFRC, Meg. I'm going to start with you.
Okay. I like working for the PMFRC because it gives me the ability to be creative as well as be a part of the military community that I'm also a part of. So I love thinking of new ways to connect people. So I love that.
Perfect. Angèle, why do you like the PMFRC?
Most definitely the coworkers. I have great coworkers, but definitely the abundance of information that I get to learn and pass along to everybody that I speak with on a day-to-day basis. It's fun to learn. So I definitely enjoy that portion of the information services.
Perfect. Natasha?
I would like to say that connecting with everybody from all over Canada or even abroad, whenever they call with any sort of question, knowing that even if it was something simple, I have just helped them in some way, and that just makes me happy.
Perfect. Michelle?
Well, one of the silver linings of COVID is that the marketing department has been privileged to have a more active role, I guess you could say, in helping with program delivery. So a big shout out to all of our staff that create online and virtual programming. It's really high quality, very engaging. You can access it anytime because we're able to post it on YouTube, on our website, on you can access it through Facebook. So I think, Megan, I really enjoy being able to see all that virtual programming and get it to you through our various channels.
If you haven't checked out the PMFRC YouTube channel, that's something that you should really go and check out. It's really grown leaps and bounds over the last year in terms of what kind of content is available. So it's worth the trip over there just to take a look and see maybe it's a program that you've missed that is now archived up there. If you're looking for something to do with the kids on a quiet afternoon, there's so much information there. So go and check that out. Derek, I'm going to give you the last word. What's your favorite thing about working at the PMFRC?
I think you kind of touched on it earlier, Julie, in that the fact that we have so many different departments and so many different branches here at the PMFRC, and I get to be a little bit of a part of all of them. So no 2 days are ever the same, right? There's always, you know, a new challenge or something going on that is something that you probably never dealt with before. So it keeps me on my toes and keeps your workday exciting and it keeps you interested and engaged for sure. It makes it a great place to work.
Thank you all for joining us today. These are the people that I'm sure that you have been dealing with and you don't have the opportunity to see them and to meet them face to face. So we really wanted to introduce them to you and to let you know who it is that you're dealing with. All of them seem very, very keen on this call, and you might be thinking they're just on their best behavior because this is a video, but all of these people genuinely are so enthusiastic about helping people. And I think if there's one message that we always want to give at the PMFRC is don't hesitate to call us. So often people are worried they're calling the wrong person or they're going to be bothering somebody. No door is the wrong door. If you're not sure, call our main number, call someone you know at the PMFRC. If we don't know the answer, we will work hard to see who we can give you that warm hand over to so you can get the answers that you need. So don't be shy. Call us. Check us out on Facebook and also on CAF Connection, our website. The information is going to be in the comments. Thank you all for joining us, and we will see you next week.